Hey guys, as you can tell, it's Spyro. If you didn't know, today is PixelKits' 6-month anniversary, and although most of you haven't been a part of the server that long, it's because of the players that I've been able to keep the PixelKits up and running. I can't thank you enough, and to celebrate, I thought I would make this video. Some of you will be disappointed I'm not hosting some giveaway, but honestly, I think this video is more fitting for the occasion. Thanks for the constant loyalty to PixelKits, guys. Keep watching if you're interested in learning how PixelKits was born.
Hey.
Hello everybody, this is Aquamarine Marine, and today I am showing off a little server called PixelKits.
We have a new server. This server is called PixelKits.
Minecraft. This is Firehawk921. I am on PixelKits and I'm doing a kit review on the PvP kit. Yes, I'm here. I'm on PixelKits where they give you a bunch of new kits.
Today I'm on PixelKits. This is a Soup PvP just kit server.
A little bit of background info before I start off. Before PixelKits was ever even an idea, I played and moderated a server called ParadisePvP.org. This was an amazing server which had a friendly community and kits that had people coming back for more. About a month before Pixel, the server shut down permanently, and so the players who played Paradise were scattered on different PvP servers. I loved Paradise and I knew I'd miss the players and friends I've made, and so to try to give them somewhere to go, I created PixelKits. When Paradise PvP had first shut down, all of the players were told that an update was going to take place and that it would reopen in a month. As I was told, I waited that month, and when it finally did reopen, it lasted 2 days before coming to a prompt to stop, and after that, I was never able to log into Paradise PvP again. This is when I decided to open the server. I knew next to nothing about running a server and coding or any of that computer shit, so me and one of my closest friends at the time had set up a home run server in which we built the very first spawn. That player's name was Ninja Phantom 21. In the video you can see this spawn. It's a spawn tour taken by one of the first ever players. As bad as the spawn looked, it fit the server perfectly by showcasing Nintendo pixel art and video game jokes. Fun fact, the original name was meant to be Pixel PvP and not PixelKits. Tor, an old admin on both Paradise and Pixel, had came up with it knowing how much I loved old Nintendo games. On the first day of Pixel, not much happened. We started off advertising on MCPvP and got up to around 15 players max. We didn't have any custom coded plugins. All we actually had was the KingKits kit making plugin. We had made a few kits, and on launch all of those kits were free, and we had a total of 18 kits. I never really understood how exactly Pixel has gotten this far, especially with how bad it was when it first started, but the more I think about it, the more I think that the community has always been strong, and players who played PixelKits actually knew each other. I think that's why players joined Pixel and stayed. And even to this day I feel that's what makes PixelKits different, the community. At that time, Hockey Player was 77 was mod, Ninja Phantom was admin, and Taco Joe's was a white named Randy. Even though 2/3 of those guys quit, I can't help but thank the living shit out of them for all they've done for the server. I don't say thank you to my mods and staff very often, but honestly, to anyone who's applied, willing to help Pixel, anyone who's gotten a spot on the staff team, and anyone who's been demoted or resigned, thank you. You were always willing to help PixelKits grow. As I said earlier, I never understood why players logged into PixelKits willingly without having me to force them to. This goes the same with donations. After the first week of Pixel being open, the server had already raised $71. The first donation the server has received was from a guy named Ninios2, or as you guys may or may not know him, Learn to PvP. He, on the third day, bought rank God for $30. I mean, if someone was willing to donate for something I had been working 24 hours a day, I knew I was doing something right, and I knew I should probably keep on going. When I think about it, I get a little bit emotional, thinking that for 6 months, a handful of you guys have actually been here with me the entire time. Shout out to Taco Joe's, X-Force, Ninios, iRust Gaming, and Kroiv, even though you quit for 2 months. Thanks to you guys, I don't get tired of logging into Pixel day after day, even though it's already been 6 months. After 2 weeks of PixelKits being open, we had our first quote-unquote custom-coded kits. On one of our many free kit days where we had around 30 players on, someone by the name of Cyrem logged on. He offered me around 25 custom-coded kits for $20. This was a pre-made plugin though, so he already had it on his computer. Obviously, I accepted the offer, wanting to make pixel kits better for my players, and he sent me it. The kits were great. They all had fully functional abilities and everyone was happy. That is, until I found out that this plugin belonged to EliteKits.net. They came on the server threatening to DDoS, and obviously as soon as I found out that this was another server's plugin, I attempted to have an entirely new plugin remade just for pixel kits. I've always been a respectful owner, and a very trollish owner, but respectful. I don't like advertising on other kit PvP servers, and as soon as I found out that the kit plugin we were using was another server's plugin, I felt terrible. Looparound, who was the owner of Paradise PvP, came online telling me he was willing to code me a new plugin. This was just the stroke of luck I needed, since at that exact moment was when I was about to go searching. He told me that once he was done fixing all the bugs of the kit plugin, I'd have to pay him, which was fine by me because I was not worried about getting scammed at all. I sent him a list of all the commands, kits, and features I like to have, and within 2 weeks, they were done. This had costed me around $100, and since I didn't know very well how much plugins would cost and what they were worth, etc., I know now that I overpaid a little bit, but honestly, it was worth it. This was when pixel kits skyrocketed. We now had custom kits, good spawns, and donations that were actually frequent. With all this newly acquired money, I was able to have pixel kits made, new plugins made for pixel kits every around 2 weeks, which would range from new kits to awesome new commands and other great stuff. Players would get excited every time I told them an update was coming, especially the ranked pros, since they would get to try out the kits first. At the time that Looparound first started coding was when I interviewed Felix for a spot on our staff team. This was one of the most important parts of PixelKits history, since Felix was an amazing person to know. He was helpful, active, fun, and he knew exactly what he was doing. Felix had been there with me since Paradise PvP, and he's the only player I think I owe the most to. Felix, I know you and me are no longer in touch since you created your own hub server, but honestly, thank you. One of the things you said to me upon leaving was that I didn't thank you enough, but I'm not the type of person. Here I am thanking you for all the time and effort you put into making Pixel a better server. Taco Joe's was also one of the players to get staff around this time. To this day, he's still playing Pixel Kits, and recently he replaced Felix and became an admin of this server. Me and you go back, Taco. And although you didn't like me when we met, I'm hoping you like me now. Thanks for all the work you put into Pixel, Taco. The server had been doing fine for about 2 months now, no real bumps in the road. We were getting around 20 players online at a time, and this was the perfect amount. I'm told that in other servers, owners don't interact with the players as much as I do, but honestly, if that's true, they're missing out. Pixel would be closed by now if all I did was sit around waiting for donations. I think these past 6 months have been some of the best of my life, and I've met some of the greatest people I will ever meet.
Hey guys, it's Spyro here, and yeah, I'm not dead. I'm right here, and yeah, I'm sort of back. As you can see, Pixel died. No one really plays anymore, and I'm sure some of you are curious, and I'm sure others of you don't care.
What you just heard was a clip from a video I posted around January 1st. If you haven't seen the video and would like to, you can check it out in the link in the description. As you can tell, I was explaining how the amount of people on PixelKits had dropped to around 0, since my internet had completely cut out and I didn't have access to the internet. I honestly thought it had died at that point and there was no point in trying to revive it, until a Christmas miracle happened. I received an email from PayPal stating that players The Noobs of First had donated $15 for Rank Pro. I was just getting back my internet that morning, and seeing as no one played at Pixel anymore, I was astonished to see someone willing to pay for rank on a dead server. The more I thought about it, the more I felt bad for him, and the more I felt bad for anyone who has ever played Pixel and actually enjoyed themselves. I was doing the same thing to some of those people as what Paradise PvP has done to me. I wanted to see PixelKits back up and running at full speed. After only a week of tryhard mode, we were back up to our old status, minus one difference. We were getting around 30 to 40 people on at one time, almost double what we used to get. In just 1 month, we had also received $1,300 in donations. This was proof that people wanted Pixel to live. With the $500 we got in donations on the first week of Pixel being back up alone, I went on a quest to find the ultimate coder, who could solve all my problems. This wasn't a very epic quest, however, since I found him on the first try. Nicknia, you're an amazing kid, smart as all hell, and probably one of the nicest people I've met on the internet. And there's not very many of them. Nicknia, within a week and a half, had completely remade every single kit on PixelKits. He fixed all the bugs I asked him to, and even edited all the kits. Thanks to him, old players started to return to Pixel, having seen the new kits and features. To this day, Nicknia doesn't mind me overworking him and will be attempting to code new kits for us every single week. Some of the Paradise PvP players may or may not have noticed this, but I've tried to leave a tribute to Paradise in this server's kits. Kits like Jesus, Sonic, Hydra, and even Rabbit were kits I liked most from Paradise PvP, and I've tried to add them to the server. At this point in the video, a few of you are probably a little upset I haven't mentioned how important you have been to Pixel. Although I probably won't be mentioning very many regular players, I will try to say the names of the staff who actually helped Pixel. Glory Fades, who is one of the hardest working staff members, recently archived the names of 180 players he's banned so far. This is an amazing amount, and once he hits 200, we'll try to have a free kit day, like we did at his 100 bans. Monkey Feathers, who I doubt is watching this video, was a builder in the early stages of Pixel. He played with me since the Paradise days and was a funny guy that liked to fuck around. One of the last players who changed Pixel for the better was Paster1. He's easily one of the easiest people to get along with. He was recently promoted to moderator, and if any of you need help with anything, Paster is your guy. Paster, thank you so much for your time and effort. Last guy who in my opinion helped Pixel greatly, X-Fork Ranger, you suck. You kept punching me in that minigame on Hypixel. For that reason, you won't be hearing any kind words from me in this video. Okay, fine. X-Force, you're the funniest guy I've ever spoken to. We've been in some of the most interesting calls together, and if you ever get your mic fixed, I will never cease to be amused by you. You're great at photo editing, and you're willing to do anything to make people happy, even if it takes your entire day. We've known each other since Paradise, and honestly, I can't believe you put up with me for this long. Thank you, X-Force, and just remember, Rabba-ba-ba. PixelKits has been one of those things that has changed my life dramatically. Instead of being out in the streets doing cocaine or getting chicks pregnant, I'm instead sitting at my computer playing Minecraft as a virgin. Thank you so much to the players who actively play Pixel, and to anyone who has ever donated. Any bit counts. If we ever make it to the 1 year mark, you will see me in this same exact position, thanking you guys to the ends of the earth for choosing PixelKits over every other Kit PvP server. Goodbye guys, I'll be seeing you in a game.